Ever wonder if a perfect story can be slightly tarnished? We all have that one show we revisit only to find a little something that just doesn't quite land the same way. Um, in widely considered a masterpiece, isn't immune. Um, and it took its own unique path, but occasionally stumbled while trying to connect to its predecessor. The initial seasons are uh, a slow burn, uh, carefully building Jimmy McGill's world. Uh, uh, the Sandpiper case and Chuck's frustrating behavior aren't just filler, they're crucial to understanding Saul Goodman's transformation. Um, it's it's a deliberate pace and it works, but there's a subtle misstep, a recurring element that on a rewatch feels a bit forced. Um, it's not enough to ruin a phenomenal show, but it's noticeable. It's the cameos from, and as a spinoff, had the freedom to bring back familiar faces. However, the writers occasionally leaned too heavily on this power. Um, it sometimes felt like fan service on the level of a Marvel post-credit scene. Um, the early episodes set a precedent. Uh, Set out uh, the Tuco Salamanca's appearance in the pilot made sense. It immediately connected the show to the world of and grabbed attention. And but it opened the door to more and more cameos. Um, and the show excelled at fleshing out characters like Mike Ehrmantraut and Gus Fring, um, giving them depth beyond what we saw in system within the system. But those one-off cameos, they often felt unnecessary. Uh, like Wendy, the meth addicted sex worker. Hank's appearance doesn't advance the plot. He simply delivers exposition and winks at the audience. And the coincidence of both Walt and Ginny encountering the same obnoxious stockbroker, a bit much, isn't it? Fans would have been satisfied with the in-depth exploration of Ginny's journey, the humanization of Gus, and the backstory of Mike. We didn't need a constant stream of familiar faces. Uh, Bringing back Hank just felt like checking a box. The final episodes brought in Walt and Jesse, finally connecting Saul's story to the events of, um, but would have worked perfectly well without them. Because Saul showing up at Walt's school was enough of a connection. We didn't need to revisit from a different angle. This was Saul's story, and his journey should have remained the focus. Walt and Jesse did appear a few more times, including a chat between Jesse and Tim and a flashback in the finale. Strong scenes, yes, but ultimately not essential. There was one cameo that truly worked, one that felt organic and served the story. Marie Schrader, her appearance in the finale allowed her to find closure after Hank's death, and witness the downfall of Heisenberg's empire. Walt and Jesse's cameos might have been unnecessary, but I'm still glad they happened. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul have incredible chemistry, and their scenes perfectly capture their characters. Effectively marked the end of the saga, so it was nice to see them one last time. Speaking of cameos, I heard they tried to get Bob Odenkirk to play himself in a flashback, but he said he was already busy being Saul. Um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.